Guys, this is going to be the Fanatics Weekly Auction number 140 recap. We're going to look at the top 148 cards. We're going to look up way too many of these in Card Ladder. This one is a doozy. There were some incredible sales, some new records, and then there were some expected sales where a couple of cards came back down to earth. Tons of Kobe stuff, but here's what's interesting. Tons of legacy collection cards. I'm not really sure what the deal was in this one. I even had my hands a little bit in this one, but tons of legacy collection stuff. Jordan, Kobe, Iverson. Some interesting results, guys. You're going to like this, this weekly auction recap. Top 48 cards. Let's see what the market's doing. If you've got a bunch of unwanted inventory that you've been sitting on for days, weeks, months, years, ship it to Fanatics Marketplace and let them do all the work. Just make sure when you ship it, you use the promotional code Cajun, all capital letters, C-A-J-U-N. All right, here we go. Bryan with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana, and I have your Fanatics weekly auction number. I should know the number. This is unprofessional. Number 140 coming at you. 48 cards, starting from 48, working our way to 1. Real quick to pay a couple of bills. If you guys have not checked out Basketball Card Fanatic magazine, it doesn't make any sense. It is it's too cheap. I told Adam it's too cheap. You're giving this to people for free, basically. Guys, go check it out. bcfmag.com. You can even go back and get all of the digital copies as well. So you don't have to get the hard copy print, although I highly recommend go ahead, pay for the year. If you use the promo code Cajun, C-A-J-U-N, Adam's going to give you a 10% discount on your order. I think it's like $120 for 12 issues. That's like $10 an issue, but then you get the discount. So it's like really cheap. It makes perfect sense. Plus, it gives you 12 more mail days each year and a cost-effective mail day. How many of our mail days cost us a ton of money? This one will cost you about $9. If you're selling your cards or buying your cards on Fanatics, whether it's the weekly or the premiere, or if you just want to list them in the Buy It Now marketplace, which is actually really cooking with grease right now for me. They've made some changes. It's actually a viable place to sell your cards now. It's doing really well. Use the promo code Cajun if you're going to vault or sell your cards. C-A-J-U-N, all capital letters. So many of you guys use that. That's the primary way that you can support my channel and the consistent content that I'm using. And then a lot of people still are a little bit confused, but there's an affiliate link, a Cajun affiliate link in the description to this YouTube video. If you cut and paste that into your browser, you can actually use that, and a little bit of your purchase will go to support the Cajun Cardboard channel as well. I'm also an affiliate partner with PSA. I'm also, even though they give me the worst grades imaginable, I'm also an affiliate partner with Card Ladder. Those folks are great. Stay tuned. A couple more announcements coming soon on some more affiliate partnerships. Again, only the companies that I use, that I know, that I trust, that make sense to me, that I need in this hobby, so I can speak confidently on the matter. All right, here we go. Starting from the bottom, let's get this thing going, man. Are we gonna look up the first card? We are. It's this Kobe card right here, not the refractor, but it is a PSA 10 label from the 50s. 1996 finest number 269 Kobe with coating. It is a PSA 10. I've got it right here in Card Ladder. There's your card. Great image of Kobe. Obviously shooting that image from the back. Pop 42, Crash City, right? Massive crash from 5,900 way down to 4,400 over the last year. There's only been 3 sales because it's only a Pop 42 card, guys. It's Vin Baker's number. 5,320 up to 5,900. We're all excited. Kobe's running. No, he's not. Not so fast. 4,440 last night, so came back to earth a little bit. We got a gold disco Victor Wembanyama where he's holding the ball like it's a little grape in his hand. Freak of nature. That is serial number to 10, PSA 10. It does 4,680. 7 out of the 10 I've graded PSA 10. Keep in mind, his cards, for whatever reason, are jimming like crazy. Maybe it's quality control. Maybe there's more nefarious activity to it. I don't know what's going on with Victor Wembanyama cards, but every time I look at one of his pop reports, the gem rate's like 60, 70, 75, 80%. It's wild. Devin Booker, horizontal, real cool patch here. Flawless auto, serial number to 25, momentous. PSA 10 for Booker. This is a rookie. It does 4,680, and that is a 1, guys. That's a pop 1 Booker right there. Everybody's forgotten about Devin Booker. Everybody's sort of soured on the Phoenix Suns. Maybe they think their window's closed. There's a lot of problems in the West. We'll see if the Suns can get out of there. What about a Jordan PSA 10? You ever heard of that? Has that been doing well lately? Pretty well. Let's take a look at this one. It might not be what you think. So this is his 1997 Flair Showcase Row 1. Not a legacy collection. This is just the base card, but it's a PSA 10, and you know what that means in the hobby usually. Let's check it out. There's your card right there with that beautiful shimmer pattern. It actually came back a little bit. So this was a little bit surprising. The card was running like super, super hot. From 26, look, we're going back chronologically, 29, 29, 2,600, 3,600, 4,000, 4,000, 3,800, 3,900, up to 5,000. It dipped back to 4,680. Where are we historically? That is the second highest price ever paid. So not an all-time record. I'm not going to ring the bell. What's that, Cajun? What do you mean bell? What bell? Yes, that's right. When you guys see a record, stay tuned. There's going to be a few. I'm going to ring a bell. I don't know if that's something that's going to annoy the piss out of everybody or if people are going to like it. Maybe it'll just kind of trigger that little dopamine hit and you guys will actually like it like Pavlovian dogs. We'll see. Google it, look it up. Second highest sale ever, but it did come back, so it's something to keep an eye on. Maybe we've seen, we're about to see a couple of cards come back to earth, a couple of different segments of the hobby. This Jordan card is a PSA 10, but it did come back about $400, so let's keep our eye on that for sure. We've got a Victor Wembanyama Red Choice 10. Trust me, it's down. This is the lowest of the last 5 sales. We said it was going to happen. It's happening. Everybody's watching it happen. Everybody knew it was going to happen, except the sheep that are buying the cards at the PSA 10 prices. The next one that sells is going to sell for lower than this one. An orange chalk toss Lebron from 2008 Topps Chrome PSA 10. This is a serial number to 499 card. I did not look that one up, but that one sold for $4,800. We got a Kevin McHale logo auto 1 of 1 from 2018 National Treasures. That card did $4,920. What about a purple ice? Probably the worst color match. It's the best color mismatch, let's call it. Purple ice, blue jersey, just weird all around. But it is serial number to only 149, and it is probably the greatest modern prospect not named Victor Wembanyama that we've seen in quite some time. 5,040 for this purple ice. We've, of course, got Doncic pulled up. Carlighter does a good job with the Doncic. This is a massive, massive fallback here. So this card was actually rebounding and doing pretty well. You can see it's a pretty steady trend here with a few aberrations, but a pretty steady trend from the mid-3s. From 3,660, this card started to run all the way up to 7,600. That's like more than double, okay? So that's a little confusing right there. But from December of 23 to July, just after 4th of July this year, the card doubled, which is odd because most Doncic stuff is flat or down. But this one came way, way back down to 5,040. So if we throw this one out, it actually looks quite normal. But with this one in there, it skews it a little bit. We need some more data to figure out what the hell is going on with that. If I zoom out of here, of course, you're going to know somebody's really holding the bag. Yeah, there. Somebody's got this for $32,000. Let that one will just kind of sink in and baffle your mind. So somebody is holding this card at $32,000. So this is like a 6-to-1 discount, basically. Intimidation Nation, old label, MJ does 5160. You know we got to look that up because that's one of his big boy cards. That's a tier 2, baby. Pop 30 for the PSA 9. We know what the PSA 10 does, only $34,000. The PSA 9 chart looks like this. It's actually doing quite well. This one's up a little bit from 4562. This one jumps up over 5,000 to the 5160 mark. Of course, the card did do 5,900 a little bit earlier. What does this look like over 2 years? Damn, steady Eddie. There we go. Up 12%. Pretty steady little deal here. I mean, you can go high to low and, of course, find significant margin in there. But all in all, unless you're trying to time this thing, 5160 is about on the number. So nothing really crazy shocking right there. Moving along, we got a 6.5 Jordan 86 Fleer. It does 5160. A LeBron second-year X-Fractor. Serial number to an extremely arbitrary 110. That card does, that PSA 9 does 5,280. And then we got Steph Marbury cracking the top 48, cracking the top 40 for God's sake. Steph Marbury, his Star Rubies from 1998, serial numbered to 50, is a pop 3 in PSA 6, none higher. How about that? PSA 6 is the highest grade for the serial number to 50, 1998 Star Rubies, Steph Marbury. And this one does $5,400. My guess is that might be the highest price ever sold for Steph Marbury Rubies, but we're not going to ring the bell because I didn't look it up. Sorry. 2013 Prism Blue Giannis Rookie Auto. It is a sticker, but it is a rookie, and it is a Giannis Auto, and it is serial number to 99, and there are not a lot of these out there, and it's got tremendous subgrades with a 10 for the edges. Is Giannis a buy? I'll put that out there. Somebody in the comments, let me know. Is Giannis a buy? Well, I don't know. Let's look and see what this bad boy did. Wow. It's only sold 4 times in history, 8,200 in 2019. We are way below 2019 prices for Giannis. How about that? That, to me, triggers red flag. It might be time to buy. 9,200, 9,000. This one dropped all the way down to 55.20, from 9,000 to 55.20. Somebody at home, go do that math. And this was no ordinary copy, guys. This was a very clean copy with the 10 edges and 3 9.5 subgrades. So a Gem Plus copy. This may be one of the best 9.5 copies out there. And by the way, this is a card with a pop of 15. 15. So Giannis has gotten quite deliciously low lately. Again, speaking of windows closing, like we talked about the Suns, the Bucks window may have closed as well. Next to that, we got an exquisite. This is a dual number pieces. Of course, it's got the great LeBron James and Josh Smith. I think that's Josh Smith. Is that? Not Josh Smith. What am I saying? J.R. Smith. Sorry, Josh Smith. Not Josh Smith with the Hawks. Fantasy legend. This is J.R. Smith. Super high IQ person that cost LeBron a title. So this dual exquisite number pieces, 2 colors on each of those patches. BGS 9 does 5,520. Would probably be worth significantly more if J.R. Smith was not on that card. I think we can all agree on that. Oh gosh, we got to check on Star, right? We're not going to let any Star go by without checking on it to see if it set a new record. Well, I've got bad news. It did not, and it's not surprising because everything that goes up must come down, especially when it goes up inorganically too quickly. 1984 Star, number 195, PSA 6. Here we go. There's your card, and it went down quite significantly from 7,000 to 55.20. So if we're going back in time, this is back to finally, here we go. Okay, so here's your crazy run, right? This is chronologically. 3,600, massive jump to 5,000. Pretty big jump to 57.50. That's probably an 18% jump. 57.50 again. 7,000, 9,000, down to 6,000, 7,000, somebody doesn't believe it, and then 55.20. So make of it what you will. We need more data points on that card, but that card has come back down. So we're keeping an eye on all things Star. We're going to check on all those prices, good and bad, and we'll share whatever we find. 2018 SGA Mojo, serial number 25, Prism Auto. This is a Pop 7 card, 56.40 for that one. Championship Hardware, another big-time Jordan card right here. I think it's a Tier 2 card, might be a Tier 3. I don't know. Somebody check on that. From one of the best sets from the 90s, the Metal Universe set is just big-time. Metal Universe Championship Hardware. PSA 9 does 58.80 for a PSA 9. Where are we? We're right here. There is the card right there. Intense Jordan about to make a chest pass, moving the ball up the floor. Wow, this card's moving, guys. This is a PSA 9, not a 10. It's a PSA 9. What's the 10 sell for? Curiosity, kill the cat. Okay, $34,500. The PSA 9 sells for $5,880. It looks like it's still got some legs. If the PSA 10 price is to be believed, the PSA 9 has some moving to do. Up 88%, guys, over the last 2 years. So that's a big result right there. Really, really big sale for that PSA 9. What is it all time? That's the second highest price ever paid. Of course, 2021, we didn't know what we were seeing. So 2021 is the record. That's the second highest price ever paid for a PSA 9 Championship Hardware. An 8.586 Fleer does $5,880. And here we go for the first time. We get to ring the bell. The 1997 Skybox Premium Anthony Hart. I could still keep ringing it because this one broke a record by so much it's not even close. It certainly helps that it's an incredible card from the Skybox Premium. It's the Thunder and Lightning. These things glow in the dark. Yes, I'm not joking. And this Penny Hardaway is a pop 1. So, of course, it's going to break the all-time record for this card in any grade ever in history of the world, of mankind, of whatever. Here it is. There's your card. There's Penny himself. And this barely broke the record by $5,225. So $775 on a PSA 9 this year was the highest price ever paid. Actually, the 4 highest prices ever paid for this card in any grade. Actually, the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The 11 highest prices ever paid for this Thunder and Lightning card all occurred in 2024. That's the kind of data that you get from the Cajun Cardboard auction recaps. That's pretty cool. The 11 highest prices ever paid for this card were all in this calendar year, and this one obliterated the record. Not even close. What about the Golden Touch? What about the MJ 97 Golden Touch PSA 9? We've got him pulled up. There it is right there. Edges notoriously chippable, chip city, right, on these, especially on the back edges, just really, really tough. And often this basketball thing in the middle, and you can even see it, look, you can even see it on this example that Card Ladder uses, that starts to peel, not peel, but like decay, fade, fog up. I'm not sure what the word is, but this PSA 9 is a Pop 28. And it sold last night for $6,000 on the nose. The highest price ever paid is $6,064. This card is up 65% over the last 2 years, guys. That is a steady upward trend. $6,064 is the highest. Last night was the second highest over the last 2 years. Next, we got a 2023 Metal Universe unlicensed LeBron thingy. Platinum Portraits Metallic Green. So it's not enough to fake a card that was already made 20 years ago, but now we're 35 years ago, whatever, 25 years ago, but now we're going to go ahead and also change the color of it. Anyway, this one sold for $6,300. Paulo Banchero Black Gold Choice. This is serial number 8. It's a PSA 10. A lot of people high on Paulo. A lot of people high on the Magic, guys. $6,300 for that one. Next to that, we've got a Gold X-Fractor 2007 Bowman Sterling Kevin Durant. This is a rookie. It's serial number to only 10. It's got that cool starburst pattern in the background, and it is gold. This is a Pop 2, none higher, so no PSA 10 options out there. $6,300 for that KD, his only appearance. As far as I can recall, that's going to be on today's episode. And then here's that same Kobe card, only this is the refractor parallel, which is much more rare. So you could take your PSA 10 and shove it where the sun doesn't shine. The refractor is going to obviously sell for significantly more money, and this one did. This BGS 8 sold for $6,300 with the coating. I'm the dude who's going to get this card, peel the coating off, send it to PSA, probably get an 8 or a 9, and it's going to be worth probably significantly more. That's just my thought. Moving along, we got a white refractor LeBron PSA 10 from 2007 Chrome, okay? So this is a good-looking card. The white refractors were serial number 99, and this is a Pop 12. I think I looked this up. It sold for $7,200. I did. There it is. Great, great looking image of LeBron. Great looking card. I think those were called the Air Zoom LeBrons. I think that's what those shoes were called. Anyway, this one does $7,200. That's a really good sale. Again, about February of last year, about 18 months ago, one did $9,000. So this $7,200 sale is better than the last sale, which was 20 days ago for $6,350, which was a best offer. So congrats on that best offer pickup. But this one does $7,200. Just out of curiosity, this could get gross. Yeah, $21,679. Somebody is sitting on that card. LeBron cards have come down from an apex, just to say the least. 98 Fleer Tradition Electrifying Jordan. This is a PSA 10 Jordan. We always got to check in on these things. Is it going to break a record? Did it do great? Let's see what it did. It came down a little bit. So the second Jordan that we've seen that's actually come back a little bit. We saw the Flair Showcase base come back a little bit. We're seeing the Electrifying come back a little bit. So maybe we're cooling the jets. We're pumping the brakes here on the PSA 10 Jordan stuff. Everybody just needs to relax. We don't want it to go star crazy, for lack of a better term. So over 6 months, the card's still up 75%. That's star numbers right there. Over the last year, the card is up 33%. That's a little bit better over the last 2 years. the card is still doubled. And this is a high pop, right? So this is not the rarest thing out there, okay? So by Jordan standards, 89 is pretty high pop for a PSA 10 insert, and it's been graded almost 1,000 times. So let's keep in mind this is not the rarest thing out there. This is not thunder and lightning. This is a little bit more prevalent, a little bit more available out there. But it does come back a little bit. So let's see where the next one goes. Is it going to be a trend? Are we going to have another one that drops back? Who knows? What about this bad boy? This is a atomic refractor. These PSA 10s are rare. I know these are rare. We're going to look this one up for sure. 97 Bowman's Best atomic refractor number 96. The Rainbow City in the background does $7,200. Here it is right there. There's your card. $7,200 is the highest price ever paid. So we've got another record. $7,200 is a $900 jump over just a couple of months ago, same year. That is a humongous sale. I did want to check the pop. I did a video on this recently. If you haven't seen it, go into my channel and go to videos and search for atomic refractors. It should pull up. It's actually, I put it in the hierarchy playlist because all of the atomic refractors for Jordan, every single one of them is in the Cajun Cardboard Michael Jordan hierarchy. If you don't know what the Michael Jordan hierarchy is, go check out the YouTube description, order yourself a poster, and have fun. This is a Pop 26, so it's been graded 194 times ever. Here we are 27 years later, and it's only been graded 194 times by the two big companies. 200 if you count SGC. Why would you grade that card with SGC? No 90s collectors want that card in SGC. Grade your vintage with SGC. Grade your prospect quarterbacks with SGC. Do not grade 90s Jordans with SGC. Just don't do it. You're just pissing your money away. BGS 9 exquisite collection, serial number to 225, Steph Curry autograph rookie card thingy. We see it in every single auction. And I think there's two variations, and maybe that's why, because there's 450 total. I don't know. Somebody else can comment below and educate us, but 7,800 for this Steph right here, babyface Steph. A PSA 9 LeBron refractor Topps Chrome does 7,800 as well, and then another Kobe. So we can see the grade difference, right? So we saw the BGS 8 sell for what? 6,300. The BGS 9, you take another step up, another 1,500 bucks, sells for 7,800 right there. Again, with coating again, so pretty tough grades right there. Now we start our legacy collection watch, okay? Let's just check in on these. For those of you not familiar, there's 7 legacy collections from 96 and 97, 3 from 96, 4 from 97, row 0, 1, 2, 3 in 97, row 0, 1, 2 in 96. This is Kobe's rookie year. This is one of Kobe's biggest and baddest rookie cards. This is the 1996. This is the row 1, serial numbered to 150, and it's in a BGS 8.5. I know I did not pull this up, but I think I looked it up, and I think it did pretty well. So that Kobe does 8,700 in that 8.5 grade. 96 was serial number to 150. 97, I think, was serial number to 100, if I'm not mistaken. What about this PSA 8 Jordan? PSA 8's doing around 8,700 for the 86 Fleer, number 57. And then we've got an interesting card. I want to click in here because this card, it doesn't seem like it should be that rare, right? It's serial number to 150, but wait till I show you the pop report. Wait till I show you the numbers. This thing did 9,000. This is a PSA 8, guys. This ain't a PSA 10. This is a PSA 8, and it ain't a Jordan. It's a Kobe. So a Kobe 1998 Skybox Thunder. Great looking card. The ball is that kind of weird opaque looking color up there. It's really good looking. And then, of course, you got the glitter font with Kobe Bryant and Skybox Thunder. This Rave is serial number to 150. It's a PSA 8. And it did $9,000 with 17 bids. Let's see what's up with that. Where was it? There it is right there. Okay, there's your card. That is a massive record. This is sorted by the highest price ever paid for this card, regardless of grade. And this PSA 8 just did 9,000. Somebody out there is sitting on a PSA 9. I don't mean to give advice, but damn, man, if you were ever going to sell it, now's probably the time to sell your PSA 9 because it will go bananas. The PSA 8 just did $9,000. That is one where we need to see if that gets paid, right? I am an affiliate partner with Fanatics Collect. They can't control who pays or who doesn't. It's a one-strike policy. If you don't pay, you're frozen. If you don't pay for your auctions, you're frozen, right? You can't say that about eBay. You can't say that about some of the other auction houses. But if you don't pay, you're done. It's over. You're gone, right? They'll block your IP address, whatever that means. You're blocked. You can't go bid on more cards. So we'll see if this Kobe Bryant Skybox Thunder Rave 150 PSA 8 really did just jump over $7,000 or not. a little skeptical, but I like ringing the bell, so I rang the bell. That's what she said. 1997, SP Authentic Jordan Profiles 3. This is a PSA 8. This is a serial number to 100, and this is a tough-ass Jordan card. It is die cut. It is cool. Let's look it up. Let's see what happened. $9,000 for this one. So Kobe versus Jordan. They both sold for $9,000. Let's see what the Jordan did. Here's the Jordan. How did that do? Oh, I know what it did. It did an all-time record. Another bell ringer, right? $9,000 is the most ever paid for that SP Authentic Profiles PSA 8. The highest price before was in 2024. The highest price before that was in 2024. So this is a card that is clearly on the uptick. It looks like 85.40, 76.67 looks like a steal now that somebody got on eBay from 4 Sharp Corners, because last night Fanatics Weekly auction number 140 just shattered the record. $9,000, highest price ever paid. There's your card right there. It is number 98. I like it because it's hand blue ink numerator and then a pre-printed denominator of 100. Big sale right there for the Profiles 3. All right, another Kobe Legacy. I told you we got Legacy coming up, guys. 1996 Flair Showcase Legacy Collection. This is the Row 2 Kobe Bryant, serial numbered to 150, and it's a PSA 8. Did I look this one up? I did. There it is. This is not a record. Do you know why it's not a record? Let me show you why it's not a record. Because in 2022, somebody who really likes jersey numbered cards paid, hold on, let me get my breath here, $120,000 for this card that sold for $9,900 last night. That was not his jersey number. I don't know about you, and I don't want to poop on anybody's parade who likes to collect jersey numbers, but that's a premium I'm probably not willing to pay. So the Kobe card that we're showcasing right here, no, well, pun intended, is the same exact card. The only difference is the numerator is not 8. And last night's card sold for $9,900, and the record is $120,000. So I don't know what the opposite of ringing a bell is. Maybe it's making a fart noise or vomiting. But whatever we need to do, let's do it, because $120,000 to $9,900 is preposterous. All right, we got a triple auto. This is Jordan, KG, and LeBron James. 3 pretty good ones. 3 of the best to ever do it. This is from 2004 Upper Deck Trilogy Trimarks. This card is a serial numbered to 10, BGS 9.5, 10 for the autograph, and it did 11,700 last night. All right, here we go. We're going to keep going, right? We got another one. We got our Legacy Collection, Row 0, PSA 10, Pop 2. So what do you think is going to happen when I look this card up? Do you think that there is a chance I didn't look this up? Is it possible that I didn't look this up? 96 Row 0 Iverson. Let's just go look it up. 1996 Legacy Row 0 Iverson. Boom. There's our 12,000 from last night. And that is not an all-time record. No bell for Iverson. A couple months ago, the card sold for $12,500. Is it the same card? This is serial number 9585. This is serial number 9585. So the same card that was purchased in April for $12,500 sold last night for $12,000. So if you take an auction house, seller fees, you're going to end up taking a pretty decent loss on that. Pretty noticeable loss, about a 10% loss. Next to that, we've got this guy, Johnny Moore. Who the hell's Johnny Moore? Well, if you're not familiar with the 1986 Fleer set, this is a Pop sexy Pop 69 card. Johnny Moore, there he is in all his glory and splendor. He was actually a pretty decent point guard for the Spurs, past first point guard. This card is on a just noticeable, undeniable death march downward from a preposterous high, down 60% over the last 2 years, down $1 billion from the high of 90,000 American dollars. My claim to fame is I think I sold mine right there for $43,200. That's actually my claim to fame right now. That is going to be one of the greatest sales of my entire life. I know I missed the 90,000, but when it's worth $12,000 now and I sold it for $43,000, I feel pretty good about myself. I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I'm not ringing a bell. It's not that exciting, but that card is just doing awful things right now. What about the Kobe credentials? That's a big old Kobe card right there. Big Kobe rookie, sold last night for $13,800. That one's coming back as well. So this one jumped up to $15,000. That one came back to $13,800 in BGS 8.5. I'm just curious. The hell's this worth? That's what I thought. That's a big number. Last sold for $600,000 in PSA 10. Is that a big premium? A $600,000 sale, and then last night it sold for $13,000. That seems like a big premium. Beautiful, beautiful card. Really, really tough because that card does sometimes have diamond cut issues. But let me ask you a question. This is a really important, really big Kobe Bryant card. Why would you save $12 and not get subgrades? Like, why wouldn't you just put the freaking subgrades on there? Like, there's very few things that get under my skin, but like, I don't understand. It's like, just light your money on fire. Why would you grade with BGS for any reason other than to get the subgrades? Like, none of it makes any sense. Like, you would always get the subgrades. It will never hurt you. Like, people are going to assume the worst if there's no subgrades. Like, I just don't understand it. And if you don't think it affects the value, go look up 100 cards with and without, and then go compare them. And I promise you, it definitely 110% affects the value. Sorry, rant over. A 1/1 Black Prism Shea Gilgeous does $15,000. That's a big number right there for like a 5th or 6th year SGA Black Prism. But Black Prism is the real deal, man. Especially the flat black, not the shimmer, not the choice, not the starburst, not the monkey wrench. The real flat black prism is big time. And then, I got in the action. Cajun Cardboard shows up, sneaks in here and snatches his 7th of the 7 Flair Showcase Legacy Collections. This serial number to 100, BGS 9.5. I ring the bell. I broke a record myself, and I know everybody's going to laugh at me and make fun of me, but it wasn't too much of a record. Actually, it was. I pretty much shattered the record. 16,800 for this BGS 9.5, which is a pop 17. Of course, there's no PSA 10, so you're talking about 17 gems in the world. I would have rather purchased a PSA 9. I will tell you right now, I would rather not have paid this premium for the BGS 9.5 last night, but it's a mixed gem. It's got a 10 for centering. It's a great card, and guess what? That completes my run. So now I have 7 out of the 7 Michael Jordan Legacy Collections, which I am very, very excited about. I might have been a little bit on tilt and chased that card a little bit too hard, but I am happy with that purchase, even though I broke an all-time record, because that one is sitting for quite a long time in my Fanatics Collect Vault up in Oregon. Right next to it, that's a Tier 1 card, by the way. Right next to it, what do you know? Another Tier 1 card with a similar sale price, albeit in a lower grade. This 8.5 that I was keeping my eye on just out of curiosity is the Classic 61. So this is serial number to 61. It's a pop 10. There are only 7 graded higher than 8.5. That's tough right there. Here it is. There's your card. Check this graph out. That's wild, right? Somebody's into this thing for $41K for an 8.5, whatever. This one last night sold for $17,400. That's your all-time chart. Can we get 2 years on here? There's the last 2 sales. It looks a little more normalized. It's actually up. So this one last night sold for a little bit more than it did last time. And it's got subgrades on there. What do you know? A BGS card, 2 in a row that have subgrades that actually sold for high prices. Are we doing this again? We're doing it again. All right, it's another Kobe Bryant. This is his 1996 Flair Showcase. We've seen some mixed reviews for the Kobe's. We've seen some of them coming back, it looks like. What about his 96 Row Zero? I'm guessing this is my personal opinion. This is the best of his Flair Showcase rookies. The Row Zeros I consider the best. I don't know if y'all agree with me on this or not. This is a serial number to 150 PSA 8. It did $17,400, and I have it right here. There's your card. Pop 16 came way down. So 23,700 in 2022, 17,400 last night. So what is that? About a $6,000 drop, a little bit less than 6,000. It's only down 2% though. If you go back to other sale in 2022, it's like 17.8. That's all time. That's it. 3 sales ever. You're talking about a Pop 16 card in PSA 8. That's just a big card. It's PSA 10. Of course, pushed the $100,000 mark. So last time sold for $250,000 at one point. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with all these grade premiums. I just, obviously fed into it and paid a grade premium myself. But like, that is a crazy, crazy grade premium right there. BGS 9 Jordan autograph from 2004 Ultimate Collection, where he autographed on the fabric itself. It's a patch auto, serial number 23. does 18,000. And then another one that I was keeping my eye on, I bid very low. This is a great time to bring up something called defensive bidding. I wasn't defensive bidding. I actually wanted the card if I had gotten it for the right price. Obviously, I know who won this card. Congrats to the winner of this card. He's a notoriously fantastic Jordan collector who loves his Jordan cards. But he picked this Pop 9. Only one PSA 10 exists. And that's why this PSA 9 did a crazy number. So this 1996 Flair Showcase Legacy sold for $18,000. There you go. There's your card. And there is your second highest price ever paid. So my friend messaged me and said, do you think I reached on this? And I was like, I don't think you reached at all. I think the last one sold for $19,800. And I think you can't go get a PSA 10. Well, I mean, you can, I guess, if you want to pay $1 bazillion. But there's your PSA 10. Card Ladder estimates 35. I think it's more like 50. The PSA 9 is about an $18,000 card, we know, because it's happened a couple of times. It's just a card that's really hard to find in gym condition. There's only two. There's a PSA 10. There's a BGS 9.5. After that, all you got the PSA 9 and BGS 9. So I like that purchase for last night. It's about what we expected it to do. It did come back to the field a little bit, a couple $1,000. So keep an eye on that and see how that goes. What about this? I have a feeling we might be ringing the bell. I favorited this because I wanted to keep my eye on it. By the way, same person won this one. It just won that Legacy collection. But this is one I knew I was not going to be able to go to battle with because I needed to get that Legacy collection. And I didn't exactly have unlimited money sitting in my Fanatics Collect account. But this Pop 11 Atomic Best Cuts Refractor PSA 10 did $21,600 last night. And this is just one hell of a card, and this is one hell of a clean looking copy, guys. A lot of greening issues with this card, a lot of min size problems with this card. What I mean by that is when you send it to PSA for grading, sometimes it comes back min size, meaning they think it's short. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. I just know it's happened to a lot of us out there in the hobby. This obliterated the record. So $8,000 was the prior highest price ever paid for this PSA 10. And that was in crazy bubble 2021. If it's a bubble in 2021, well, it just sold for 2.5 times as much in 2024. So I don't know what you want to call what we're doing now. But this $21,600 sale is a monster, and it will unquestionably flush out a bunch of people with PSA 9 copies, which is me, but I am not selling mine because I'm trying to collect the whole family of atomic refractors, and it looks like I'll never get the PSA 10. That's what this means for me, is when I see that, I'm like, okay, those days are over. That door is slammed shut right in my fat face. Guess what? More Legacy collection. We're not done. We are on row 1, and it is Jordan, 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 Kobe, Jordan, Jordan, SGA, and Kobe. So Blue Bloods and SGA up here at the top, guys. But let's look up the 96 Flair Showcase Row 0 PSA 9. So if you thought that this $18,000 sale was big, that was a Row 2 PSA 9. This Row 0 PSA 9 is a Pop 13, 5 higher, and it did $32,400. Yikes. Here we go. There's your card, and there is the date sold. So this card is up. So from 29.5 to 32.3 to 32.4 last night. If we sort by the highest price ever paid, not even close in 2022. Somebody is into this for $43,000 on Golden. That is a massive, massive sale. But if we sort by recent sales, it looks like this card's doing great things. Ignore this one. That's not correct. So 29, 32, 32. So right on the number. No surprise there. That's about what we were expecting. What a big Jordan card that is. Again, the 96s sell for more than the 97s. And then the 96 Row 0 is going to sell more than all the other 96s. And so that is a very, very big Michael Jordan card. What we should have done is look at the pop. I got to do a better job, sorry. There you go. There's your chart, guys. Again, it's serial number to 150. It's been graded 94 times by PSA and Beckett, and then some Yahoo down here graded 2 of them with SGC. Okay. 5 PSA 10s. Look at the number on that card. Card Ladder thinks $153,000. They think that because last month it sold for $137,000. So holy moly, that is a monster. What about the star? The moment of truth. Drum roll, please. Am I going to hit the bell? Is this BGS 8 going to continue the trend of star cards breaking records? Nope, it is going to sell for $8,000 less than the last sale, which marks probably, I'm guessing, the beginning of the end. Star people will comment something about the centering or something about the label or something about the something or something. But I can also verify that a friend of mine sold their BGS 8 copy for $50,000 last week, or maybe the week before, but I think it was last week. And so this one came all the way back down to $40,800, which is lower than the last two sales, but it is still an organic 120% up over the last 1 year. So we will see where the next one goes. This is the beginning. This is chapter 1 of what many of us think is the next story, right? It's a whole new story, right? We just saw this story, which was fiction, and now we're about to see the nonfiction story play out. And this is chapter 1. It dropped from 48 to 40. Let's see. Maybe the next one sells for 50. Who knows? I don't know. I'm going to keep an open mind. We will call it like we see it. And that is a pop 295 card out there. So Star did win the auction by a good margin there, about 8,400 up. But it's Jordan, 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 Kobe, Jordan, Jordan, SGA, Kobe. So a lot of blue bud stuff in here. What surprised you guys? Did the Star coming back a little bit surprise you? Is there a reason for it? I know everybody's going to comment on that below and give their 2 cents, because the Star was the talk of the hobby for a while there. Not so much anymore. These legacy collections, I thought this was interesting that the Kobe legacy collections, I think we saw 3 rookie Kobe legacy collections. We saw at least 2 or 3 Jordan legacy collections. We saw an Iverson legacy collection, which did really, really well. Second highest price ever paid. We saw some other interesting stuff. So some cards continue to trend down. Some cards continue to trend up. Just stay tuned to the Cajun Cardboard channel. Every Monday, you're going to get one of these auction recaps. By the way, I forgot. I got to show you this. I am not good. I've got 4 cards for sale that are ending this coming Sunday. I'll put more of this on Instagram, but if you guys are interested, 4 pretty big cards. We've got the Frequent Flyer Stadium Club PSA 10. That is a subset card. It is a base card, but it's pretty low pop in PSA 10. We've got the Jordan 91 Hoop Superstars from the Sears PSA 10 for sale. We've got a John Stockton rookie PSA 10 for sale, and we've got the other Jordan, the original Jordan 1990 Hoops Superstars PSA 10 copy for sale. So those cards are all for sale. This one worries me a little that it's at $4, right? Or I'm netting $4. It's at $6 right now. But again, we know all the action occurs a little bit later down the road. So 3 PSA 10 Jordans for sale. Just got to toot my own horn and hype my own cards, of course. Guys, go put eyeballs on them if you're interested in collecting some PSA 10 Jordans. Guys, thank you for watching as always. Again, lots of ways you can support the Cajun Cardboard channel. Make sure I keep putting out this content. No subscription. You don't have to pay money to come watch these recap videos. I want everybody to know what's going on in the hobby so we can all be more educated and make more intelligent, thoughtful, decisions in the hobby, so the hobby can stabilize a little bit and we don't have all this insanity up and down. It's going to always happen. There's no way around it, but hopefully people kind of keeping their finger on the pulse of what prices are doing in certain player indexes. They can kind of keep an eye on that. The Jordan Index is running. I'll do a video on that this week. It is running, notwithstanding some of the results that we saw. Some of the Jordans we saw were doing good. Some of them were doing bad. Some of the Kobe's did good. Some of the Kobe's were not doing so good at all. So it just depends, man. Stuff's happening every day in the hobby. Hopefully these recap videos help you a little bit. Again, it's only the top 48. I wish I could do 5,000. I wish I could, but there's just no way. I got too much other great, unique, novel content that nobody's ever seen that is even more thought-provoking than these what seem to be somewhat tedious and monotonous auction recaps that you guys love, but sometimes I get tired of hitting the record button. But I got to do it anyway because I got to figure out what's going on in the hobby, so I may as well hit record, scream at you, tell a few jokes, and laugh about it in the meantime. Thank you guys as always for watching. Can't tell you how much I appreciate it, guys. I don't know if you noticed, but we're approaching 6,000 subscribers. I noticed because it's the only really way to measure is subscribers, views per month, added subscribers per month. Those are how I set my goals. I'm obliterating goals, and a lot of it is because of you guys who are consistent viewers of the channel. So those of you that have subscribed, I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And if you don't mind, hit the like button. It helps me with YouTube, which is part of the way that my videos get out to people that have never heard of me, never seen me, maybe don't even speak Cajun. So thank you guys for watching. Keep collecting. Hope you have a great week in and out of the hobby. Keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. Peace.